Hey, good morning. Was having some difficulties with the live through the live stream, so I'm just recording it right now while I fix the issues. Anyhow, I wanted to do the live and do some back testing with TDI. Again, I trade the market maker method, so I'm trying to pick the high of the day and the low of the day. So let's get right to it. We're gonna do a couple back tests so you can just see what to look for when the market's moving, and when to get in, when to get out, or when should you if it's a bad trade, you know. Anyhow, let's get right to it. I'm gonna use TDI, and I use my moving averages on here. But again, these setups are for London session only. I don't trade Asia, um, and sometimes I trade New York, but for the main part, I'm going to be looking to trade the London session. So let's get right to it. First things first, when I show up to the chart, when I show up to my chart, I always look at TDI. Like, what are they doing? Okay, so let's get right to it again. The first thing I do is when I show up to my chart is I always pay attention to TDI. So you might want to take some notes here, some key points that I look for. Okay, let me grab a pen here. Let's see here, and I'm gonna use purple to stand out. Yes. Okay. The first thing I do when I show it to my chart, okay, market open here. This is my period separator where the market opens at 2 p.m. I'm in California. So obviously the first thing I see is that, they're working the high. They're working the high. They're holding yesterday's high, the day before's high. But the key factor that I look for is here. They get TDI. I look at my market baseline that is cutting in. The black line here is my current price on TDI. So look what happens. I don't trade the Asian session, but I just want you to see what I'm looking for. And remember, I look at the volatility bands like my highs and lows, right? So this is my low. Let's pretend that's my high. Okay, that's the way I see it. I'm just trying to keep this very simple. Current price is in the middle, or it's getting near that low down here, right? Near that low down there. Okay, so that tells me it could reject that. Okay, so current price could drop to that volatility band and back up, reject the market baseline. It could do that. Just be aware of that. Okay, so let's move along here. So again, I'm looking to trade the London session. So at this point, it doesn't even matter, but I'm showing you what to look for when we get into these trades. The current trend looks to the upside right now because of the market baseline cutting through that middle of that 50. So let's see what happens. I'm not looking to trade yet. No. Okay, let me remove this here. Okay, next bar. Okay, so look what it's doing. Price is pulling to the upside. It's still not London session, but look what happens. Price didn't reach that low of that volatility band and it cut back in. So again, price looks to the upside. Look at the angle of that market baseline. It's to the upside. I am looking to, my setup is here. I'm looking to sell off that 68. So I need that, the the as long as a trade comes to me in here, I will look to sell that. Okay, let's move along here. So the market is respecting that yesterday's high. Now they just took out that high. Okay, look, what is TDI doing? It's not London session yet. Okay. Now look at just follow along. Just keep following along this the TDI. We're not ready to take the trade yet because it's not London session yet. Okay. Price is trending to the upside. I'm trying to nail that high, and then it's not ready yet. It's getting ready, but not yet. Why? Because my current price, which is the black line, is in the middle. It's still in the middle. It could go either way. I'm not trying to take a trade that'll be 50-50. When I say 50-50, 50% it could go this way, 50% it could go that way. I'm not looking to trade that. I'm looking for current price either to come, it looks like price is up there at that 68. So I'm looking for I'm looking for current price to come up here before I look to pull the trigger and go for a sell. I'm looking for a sell. Why? Because the bands, the baseline, current price, the red signal line, it's near the overbought area, but it's not ready yet. Okay. And the reason we don't take a buy, because you'll be buying at the worst possible time. Keep in mind, if I were to buy this, because if the current price cuts back up like that, if I were to buy that, I'm buying at the worst possible time. Why? Because that's the high. That's the high of the day. If you were gonna be buying, you should have been buying down here. But we didn't know. And again, I don't trade the Asian session. This is Asia in here. I don't trade in there. So I have to, stick to my rules and just wait, be patient and wait. Anyhow, so price is still rising, which is fine. That's what we want. London's about to open. So we get our London open. Price is still going up there. Still rising. That's fine, because when you show up to your chart in London, everything's lining up perfectly. They're working the high. If they're working the high, they do stop on high. We're looking for that drop. Okay. Now keep in mind, look at my market baseline is still in the middle. Again, current price could drop to it and back up, just how it did right here. It dropped to it, back up, dropped to it, back up, crossed over, now it's back down. Okay. The closer that baseline and price work together, the closer they get to that 68 level, it's more of the what do you say, probability. It's more of a favorable trade once you wait. So let's keep moving on. I'll show you what should we be looking for. Okay. They close below the 13 here. Okay. Price crossed the baseline, but keep in mind, it's near that volatility band, so it could bounce back up. There's too close for me. Current price is near this volatility band, which is my low. Again, I treat the volatility bands as my high and lows, so it could bounce back up. Okay, and again, why when I don't buy here if it were to bounce back up? Because again, I will be buying at the worst possible time. Even though everything does look like it should hit that, cut back up, and then I'm looking for the sell. Why? Because the TDI baseline, current market baseline, current price, the red signal line, everything's near that 68. That's why I'm looking for a buy. So let's move along here. Okay. Price pull back up again now. Follow along here. Current price went back up to that baseline. The green body of the candle closes above the 13. It could reject and back down again now. Okay, just follow along. Okay, what is current price doing? All right, with TDI, it hasn't crossed over. Now it wants to go back down. But keep in mind, we're near that volatility band again. Okay, we can't buy that or sell that right now. Okay, perfect. Okay, here we go. Now price is more favorable. Again, it's all about the timing. This is in London session. Okay, there we go. Now we have current price. We're at the high. Look at the angle. Okay. Angles. Look at the angle of that market baseline. It's angling, starting to angle to the downside. Current price has already hit that volatility band. But keep in mind here, the baseline is the actual move of the true trend of the market. Now, it could. That's confirmation. We have a close below the 13. We have the angle to the downside. We can have a small pullback. Keep in mind, they could do this. They're at the volatility band. Remember I told you I treat this as my low and the volatility band as my high? Yes. Current price is down there. It could bounce back up to the baseline and back down. The angle, I'm focused on that angle of that baseline. So let's see here. You have the green, the red candle closes hard below that 13 EMA. My entries on this next candle, I should get some type of pullback, and then your entry should be on this next candle now. Once it starts to paint. Okay, so let's see. Okay, next bar. Okay, look at that pullback. It went green all the way up here. Why? Because everyone chased that red bar, right? That red candlestick. So anybody that started to sell in here, this green pullback right here wipes them out. Where does your stop loss goes? Above the high of the day. Okay. Why did it pull back? It's pulling back because of that volatility band. I'm telling you, this is market behavior. Again, I don't teach you or show you a strategy, supporting resistance. I'm showing you a behavior. Once this candle went green, it pulled back, and I'm seeing it. It's coming back below that 13. Normally, that's where I would enter to avoid some drawdown. So again, I would sell that. So on your simulator, click sell. That's your green right there. That's what I am in the sell. I'm selling that right now. Where should your take profit be at? Start paying attention. Again, it's all behavior. We entered here. Price. Pay attention to what happens here. It could bounce off that 50. The market could do whatever it wants. It could bounce off that 50. It could drop, here to that 200 EMA and reject. It could go like this, boom. It could do that, or it could go. Since we took that sell, I pay attention to this here. I pay attention to the 200, and I pay attention to the where the low of the day is at. Okay, so let's see. Let's keep moving along here. See what happens. Next bar, boom. Okay, we're in some profit. Because remember that little dotted green line, that's where we got in at. Go to the next bar. Look what happens down here. Start paying attention. My whole key to this is TDI is giving it away. The angle is to the downside. Current price just blew by the volatility band. Okay, look at the angles. See what happens on the next candle. Okay, we're in some profit. We're in profit. Pay attention to that 200 EMA here. That's another key area to secure profit. When you're up this much, see if I can measure this. Give me a second here. You're up 23 pips. When you're up 23 pips, I suggest you move your stop loss in to break even and let the trade run a little bit. Worst case, you don't lose any money. So let's see. Go to the next bar. Okay, now it's consolidating on you. It's pulling back on you. Don't be scared of this small pullback. And don't think, oh my God, it's going to pull back on me. Pay attention to TDI. The angle is to the downside. Yes. Look, why is it pulling back on me? Because it's working that low of that volatility band, right? So again, it could come back up to the baseline and reject. but we're looking for an overall trend to the downside. Why? Because everything's up there at that 68 level. Okay, that's why I like to see the bands, the baseline, current price, red signal line over here at that 68 level. Everything's been overbought, so be aware of this pullback. And again, why is it pulling back? Because there's a lot of retail traders that are selling in here, selling in here, selling in here. And that's where they're putting their stop loss at. And guess what? The pullback wipes them out. Your stop loss is above the high, but obviously, if you already moved it to break even, it's getting near your stop loss. Because if you move your stop loss to break even, anyhow, let's go to the next bar. Okay, now key point here. The body of the green candle did not close above that 13 EMA. That's another key to look at. And this is the same behavior applies to every pair you're looking at. So that's why I'm only breaking down pound USD. That's the one that I trade during London session. But this applies to any pair that you're looking at. The same behavior. Okay. Current price, pay attention to it. It's cutting back down the angle of the market baseline. Let's go to the next candle. Okay. Boom. If your take profit was set here at that 200 EMA, you're good. You obviously got you hit take profit, but look, from here to here, you're up 30 pips. Okay. If you're on this trade, I would move my stop loss from break even. I would move it in to at least secure 10 pips. Put it right in here somewhere, your stop loss. Now you're guaranteed some money here. Let's go to the next candle. Where's your next take profit? Low of the day. This is just behavior I'm looking for here. Okay, and pay attention to TDI. TDI is getting near that, is angling to that 32 level, which that's pretty much your exit on TDI. So let's see how this goes. It's consolidated on you. It's hitting that 800 now, that 200. Boom, back down to the downside. Okay, we're looking good now. Okay, we're looking good. If your take profit was right there at that the initial low, it's about to get hit. Boom, it hit the take. It would have hit your take profit at that initial low of the day. What is TDI doing? Keep in mind, behavior. It's been dropping. What do you think's gonna happen? Everyone's chasing the sell now. We're down there at that 32. Start thinking, what do you think's gonna happen now? Everyone's chasing it. They're putting their stop losses in here. They're selling and putting tight stop losses in here. Guess what's going to happen? It's only logical that market pulls back on you to wipe the weak seller out. Or if you move your stop loss in, then they're going to stop you out with profit. Keep your eye on TDI. That's the whole thing to this. Keep your eye on TDI. Keep your eye on TDI. But you should be done trading with this. Let me see. We would have entered here. That's where the dotted green line's at. If you still wrote that trade, you're up almost, depending on where you got in at, anywhere between 45 and 50 pips. Okay. What is TDI doing? TDI is down there at that 32 level, current price. So it's only logical that I could get some pullback back up to the baseline. And the baseline could crush it back down again. So it could do this. Current price could pull back. Because again, look at the volatility band. That's like my low, 32 level. It's only logical that it could pull back up to the baseline and back down again. Anyhow, let's that should have been it for London there. And let's see what happens here. It still dropped a little bit more. And this is obviously New York. We're out of the market by then already. At this point, the trade is done with. Okay, the trade is done with. and we go on to the next day. Let's break down another day. So let me go to the next day. There's my period separator. That's where the new day starts. We're already in New York session there. I don't trade New York. There's the pullback. What did we say a little bit a few minutes ago? Expect the pullback. Everything lines up with that 32 level down there. Current price. It was only logical that it was going to pull back on you. I mean, the market could do whatever it wants. It could have been a small little pullback, but it pulled back on you because, again, the weak seller that took sells in here and put a tight stop loss, they got taken out. Anyhow, now look what happens right here. Current price goes up to the baseline. Remember, the baseline carries more weight. You know, go look at my TDI video. I break down TDI on what the lines actually mean. So go back and look at TDI video to master this. You gotta be obsessed and take TDI trades. Keep back testing with TDI. It could get crushed now. Pick here. Current price is up here. Now it wants to reject it. Okay, it could go back down again, but we're done with New York. This is New York session. We're done with this trade. That trade was taken in London off the high of the day. Let's go to the next day. See what I mean? Look at the behavior. It pulled up on you, and what do we say? If it don't cross that baseline, it could reject on you, and that's exactly what it did. It didn't cross it. It rejected it. And look at that. That was a nice pin, a nice wick to the back, almost to that low again. So I'm just breaking down the behavior. And there it is. Look at this. You have a close above the 13. Current price is crossing over the baseline. So this could start to rise. Look how it's rising to near the end of the day already in New York. Look how it's rising, but then look, it's about to hit that volatility band. What did I tell you? These volatility bands act like my high and my low. Anyhow, rejects it, goes above it. Look how it closed hard up right here above that. Never crossed over. Now it could go back down again. Okay, just follow along. Let me pick a pen here, color. If it rejected it here, it could come back down. Market baseline just crossed over the middle of that 50. Okay, let's keep on. Let's go. Okay, there's a wick below there. Look at TDI. Okay, look at TDI. If it crosses this baseline, it's probably going to go, it's probably going to retest that low again. And there it is. Okay. Anyway, new day starts here. There's my period separator. Let's break one more down, and we'll end it here. But again, this same behavior applies to any period that you're trading. Master TDI. Become obsessed with TDI. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I've been trading this method for over 5+ years, and TDI is where it's at. TDI is going to give it away, and then once you add confirmation with the moving average, the stop hunt, or a pivot, you get 2 or 3 more confirmations. But start practicing just pure TDI trades. The next one, let's go. So I'm fast forwarding it here till we get to our London session. And anyway, if I were to show it to my chart here in the afternoon, I'm looking at this. There's my yesterday's low, which is here, somewhere in here. Yesterday's low. This new day, I see that they're working yesterday's low, basically. That's what they're doing, working yesterday's low. So let's see. Again, trade what you see. Sometimes you get stuck on your bias that you're looking for a sell or a buy. I'm looking for only sells, and they're showing you completely something the opposite. Just trade what you see. That's fine that it's pulling up on us like that. We're looking for London session, and let me stop it at London. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're getting near London session here. Asian session's ending. Okay. What do we have here? If I show it to my chart right now, you should tell yourself, what should you be asking yourself? Look at TDI. You should be asking yourself, what kind of trade do I have here? Are they working the high? Are they working the low? Well, all you have right now is there's no trade right now, but all you have is TDI is in the middle of the 50. TDI is in the middle of the 50. Current price hit that high of the volatility band, but we're here. Look at the baseline. It's here. It could drop, reject back up. It could drop, work that low again. This is not a trade. You should be telling yourself, I don't have a trade. This is not a high probability trade. Now, I'm going to break down what I'm seeing again, though. Even though there is no trade, I want them to work the stop on high, stop on low. I want price to break somewhere so I can take a trade. The better trades are up here or in here. So let's see what happens here. I'm just telling you, we not my, okay. We not my, we might not take a trade here because it is not meeting it doesn't meet our rules. So what do we have here? Show up to the chart. What is TDI doing right now? Price is consolidating. All this consolidation. What's your clue right now? You have a close. Just start looking for the confirmations. Okay. Well, I have a close above the 13 EMA. Current price on TDI is crossing that red signal line, which is okay. That's that close above the 13. What is the market baseline doing? Market baseline is angling up. Okay. If it's angling up, it's probably gonna rise. It's probably going to rise and hit that high of the volatility band. Let's keep playing this out. Boom. Okay, London. We're in London. They're clearly working the high. Okay. Look at current price. Current price just went up. Look at the volatility band. It's crossing. Look at the market baseline. It's crossing that middle of that 50. If it crosses that 50, we might have some move to the upside. The only way you take that is if you have experience. Is they need to pull back down to that. As an advanced move, I need that current price to come back down to it and bounce off of it. So let's see. They're rising. They're rising. At this point, I have missed this trade. I didn't really miss anything because they didn't give me a stop on high, stop on low. It was more of an advanced move. Okay, so no big deal. They're working that high. So let's see. If they're working that high, what are you looking for? If they're working the high, what are you looking for? If they're working the high, what are you looking for? Stop on high, drop. Okay. We missed that buy opportunity as an advanced move, but now we're going to have a better move. Now we have current price above the 68. I need that current price to hook in. I need that price to hook in. Okay, we starting to get that hook back in, but market baseline is angling hard to the upside. That's fine. We might have the same move that we had the previous day. So, we might have that same move, another sell. So let's see this. Okay, I'm getting that alert because it's cutting in. Okay, next bar. Okay, it's rising. Look at the market baseline. It's still angling up. Oh, still angling up. They're working yesterday's high. Back up there. All right. They're trying to close hard above it. We are looking to sell. Any type of sell. Okay. There's my hook back in. Okay. It could be an M pattern. It could, let me pick a pin here. They're working the high. It could go up, work that high again, and back down. That's what I'm looking for. It could go back up to the volatility band and back down again. Let's I'm gonna wait for a close. I'm gonna wait for a better confirmation because it's getting near that baseline is angling up a little bit more. So let's go here. Next bar. Okay, it's pulling up. They're working that they're around that zone, yesterday's high. They took it out. Okay, boom. Look at that. That freaking candle closed hard. Okay, normally this is your confirmation, right? It closed below the 13 EMA. So my next entry would be here. The baseline is going sideways. That's fine. So I could get some type of move like this. Current price back up to the baseline and back down. I need that angle to start angling down. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. I would get in on this next candle because I have confirmation. Let's see. Let's play this out. Okay. There's my pullback. Keep in mind, it's still below that 13 EMA. They tested that 13 EMA. Okay. Everything's angling to the downside. That red signal looks like it wants to cross over that baseline. Let's see. Okay. It's crossing over the baseline. I'm below that 13 EMA. If you take a sell here, let's put another sell here. Okay, well, that's where we entered here. Now, keep in mind, you might have a steep stop loss. You might have to lower. Keep in mind this. Okay, that's 32 pips to the high. You might want to have to compound that because you don't want to go in too heavy here. Just put a small position. That's what I would do, and then and just confirm and add. You can add to that position instead of going in heavy. Let's go. Boom. You're in profit. Now, current price is angling down. It could, keep in mind, it could drop to that volatility band and reject back up. So let's go to the next candle. Okay, they're coming back up to that 13 EMA. They want to close. They won't close above it. Look at current price. Look at TDI. They're hitting that 50 EMA. After 2 hours, this is almost going on 2 hours. At this point, you're moving your stop loss in to break even. Because after 2 hours, if it hasn't moved, something else is going on. And plus, it's getting near the end of London session. Anyhow, boom, there it's dropping. You got the 13.5 crossover. Okay, now look at current price. It could reject right here. Okay. It could reject right here and bounce back up again. The same behavior like the previous day. After 2 hours, we're out of that trade because it just didn't move anywhere. Even though it's still dropping, even though you have a 1350 crossover. So look at the angle. Okay, by then it's already New York session, mid New York, morning, early morning New York, we're out of that trade. But that's the same behavior that you're looking for. That's it. The new day starts. Anyhow, I hope this video, I'm going to end it right here. Again, sorry about that live. I need to update my OBS software, and I'll do that today. But that's pretty much how I backtest. Everything's going to fall on TDI, on what the angles, what are they doing, the behavior. And we'll be doing some more of these back testings, a couple of times a week, so we can just get familiarized with the pattern. I trade the market maker method, so I've been trading it for a while, and it's the same freaking moves all the time. Again, stop trying to don't be so stubborn in your bias. Sometimes you're thinking this, and and they show you clues to do completely the opposite. So anyhow, I'll see you guys on the next live. I'll have everything, the software, everything updated.